This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is we're locking in for our Monday MLB games. Last week, we did great. We actually finished the last 4 days of the week profitable. The only day we did not have profitability for our 5-show week, Monday through Friday, was just Monday. Tuesday, we were profitable, Wednesday, profitable, and then Thursday and Friday, we swept everything. So definitely profitable. And then now we're going to continue that trend with whatever we find here today. If you tuned into what I believe was Thursday's episode, that didn't start off too great because I was talking about how one of my two dogs, the oldest one, was doing very, very, very poor in terms of health. I mentioned that he was diagnosed with a disease called vestibular disease, which is also called old dog disease, and he was on medications and stuff. And it's kind of like a 3-day window where like the first 2 days, like it was rough, which is why I had the reaction I had on the show. But I mean, he's not 100%, but he's definitely not at 0% like he was on pretty much Tuesday through Thursday, or Tuesday through Friday even. But yeah, so everybody that reached out, appreciate it. But I definitely want to update you guys on that. So he's doing a lot better. He's able to walk straight-ish, because if you recall, the issue was he couldn't walk straight, couldn't see straight. So all he did was just run into things and hurt himself. But yeah, he's doing a lot better on that end. Not 100%, but he's getting there. But again, appreciate everybody that reached out and was following up on that stuff there. That being said, let's find something for today's MLB games. Do we always do, ladies and gentlemen? 3, and then I think what's the sexy spot? Was it 17 here? There's a lot of people that fit that mold, so hopefully we find something we like. Easton Lucas, last time he pitched, I called him a no-name pitcher because I've never heard of him before, and then he had a great outing. So something to consider. He's got a 3.5 line, and his projection is a full 2.0 higher, which is crazy, crazy high. Clay Holmes, 4.5, book's favorite. Projection is 2.16 higher. There's a lot of legit projections here. Jameson here versus San Diego. We already know we're not playing him because he's versus San Diego. And if you look at the MLB ban list channel in our Discord, it's a rule that we don't go over strikeout props for pitchers of versus San Diego because they just don't strike out. And then one more down, we have Sonny Gray, who's made us a good chunk of change already so far this season with his nice 71.4% accuracy. His line is 5.5, his projection 6.99. There are a lot of trifectas today, which some days, I think it was like yesterday, the day before, there was no trifectas, and that happens. But we don't have to force bets every day. If there goes a day where you don't bet, then you don't bet. You don't have to bet every single day. And if you feel like you're overcome with the need to bet every single day, that's when you need to take a step back. Like if you realize like, oh, I have to put something in even if it doesn't make sense just so I have action today, take like a full week at minimum. Take a full week, just kind of gather yourself before you get back in. But definitely, if you feel like that's you, I mean, you can reach out to us. We have a lot of partners in the help space that if you need help, just ask. And that's something I always say every single episode. If you have questions, ask. If you need help with something, ask. If it's you need help with something because you feel like you can't stop betting, even if it's something that doesn't make sense because you just need action, just tell us and we'll get you the help you need. But let's look at these first two here that have the biggest differences. So he's pitched 2 times this season. His first game was against Washington. He only had 3 Ks, and then Boston, he went bananas, had 8. Okay, so Atlanta Braves have Ozzie as a switch hitter and then 2 lefties. He's got a 23 K rate against righties and much more against lefties. So yeah, he's doing good so far. That Boston game was pretty nice too, 8, and he's only got to get 4 here to hit. Who's the other one we were looking at? So we're looking at, so we have to find if Atlanta, how much they strike out, and then Clay Holmes here versus Minnesota. He's pitched 3 times this season. He hooked on this first game versus Houston, only had 4. Miami he covered with 6, and then definitely covered with Miami on the back-to-back. Not back-to-back, it was 6 games in between, but same opponent. 3 for 10 there. Nice projection as well, 2 points. So both of these pitchers have over 2 full strikeout difference. So let's look at Minnesota and Atlanta trends for strikeouts. See which one's the best here. Okay, so we're sorting right now by most average strikeouts per game over 9 innings. So Minnesota is like, what is this? Like 8th or 9th from the bottom of the least strikeoutiest teams, which isn't too bad. But the fact that you see here, over the last 3 games, they've averaged only 5, and their last game they did 3, so they're striking out less and less. But then who else are we looking for? Atlanta. Atlanta is the 3rd most strikeoutiest team. Their last game, they struck out 13 times, and 11 over the last 3. So Atlanta's definitely closer to the side of the spectrum that we want. So what pitcher were we looking at versus Atlanta? Well, it's good old Easton Lucas with a 3.5 line. Only he's got to get 4. He's projected to get 5.5. We're not betting for him to get 5. We're not betting for him to get 6. We're betting for him to get at least 4 strikeouts. We're going over 3.5 on Easton Lucas. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, the PlayerProps.ai app that you guys should be using religiously on a daily basis to make sure that you are putting yourself in the best position to win your bets and lose less often and lose less of your hard-earned money. Sometimes things can be quick and easy. Like, do this right now. Finding this looks good, everything matches what we're looking for, bada bing, bada boom. And sometimes it takes us 20, 25 minutes of going through a bunch of things. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long. But what matters is that you don't lock anything in until it makes sense. And just don't force things. Hopefully this continues on our trend of crushing it. This would be, once he gets 4 strikeouts, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive shows of profitability for you guys. And for the ones out there who are just watching and not upgrading, if I'm making you all this money, don't you think it makes sense for you to upgrade to the app that's helping you win money to get full access so you don't just have to wait on episodes, so you actually have something to look at for the weekends when we don't do shows on Saturday and Sunday? Apply yourself. It's $1.97 a day. I've easily made you more than $1.97 a day over the past 4 days. That's why you see everybody else upgrading. You're essentially the 1% of people who are winning watching the shows and not upgrading. And if there's a reason, I would love to know, because I've already shown you this helps you win more and lose less. It's $1.97 a day. I made it as affordable as possible. Good luck, guys. We'll see you in the Discord. And I'll be at the NBA G League Finals Game 3, the deciding game, to watch the Osceola Magic take on, again, the Stockton Kings. And then tomorrow nights, we have the Magic and the Orlando Magic and the Atlanta Hawks, where Orlando Magic will, knock on fake wood, advance to verse the Boston Celtics in the next round. But yeah, anyway, good luck. We'll see you guys in the Discord.